Fertilizers are important because they help plants grow by providing them with essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. They play a key role in farming, allowing crops to produce more food. This makes fertilizers essential for feeding the world's growing population. However, their use also raises concern about environmental impacts and sustainability, making them a topic of interest for both farmers and scientists. So my topic that I decided to choose for this project is fertilizers, because this is something that I just know the basics about, and I wanted to learn more on this topic. We first will be talking about what fertilizers are. So what are fertilizers? Fertilizers are food for plants. They need to stay consistent so plants can grow and get the proper nutrients that they need to make crops. The basic purpose of fertilization application in the soil is to improve the nutrient status and quality of the soil by enhancing the soil with nutrients, which often soil lacks. The four most important nutrients for high crops and sustainable food production are nitrogen, phosphate, which is in all living cells and it is an essential form to all life, potassium, which can be found throughout nature and in our bodies, in the muscle, skin, and GI tract, as well as sulfur, which is essential for an amino acid, which is building blocks of protein, which is in all living things. Plant needs a balanced supply of all three of these things, so nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and sulfur. As the plant extracts these nutrients from the soil during each growing season, they need to be replenished through fertilizers and compost that are added to fields or gardens. They can be applied with more control to match the crop needs and protect the environment. They highlight the importance of managing and balancing the supply of nutrients to prevent both under and over fertilization. Subtopic number 1, nitrogen fertilizers. Nitrogen fertilizers are used to promote crop growth and unlock higher yield. It is essential for all plants to produce energy in their cells. Nitrogen fertilizers are those fertilizers that contain nitrogen as the chief component of their final product. There isn't enough nitrogen in our soil to fully supply crop demands. So normally this is why farmers use nitrogen fertilizers. Nitrogen fertilizers are especially useful in the middle phase of a plant's life cycle when the plant needs the most support to keep growing and leafing out. With its dual form of nitrogen contact, it works well for crops that need fast nitrogen release. There are two different types of nitrogen fertilizers. So there's organic or natural, and then synthetic or chemical. So organic or natural nitrogen fertilizers are created naturally through fermentation or composting. Some examples are compost, blood, and feather meal, as well as fish emulsion. And synthetic or chemical nitrogen fertilizers are produced by transforming nitrogen gas into nitrogen-based products such as nitrates and ammonia. Globally, application of nitrogen fertilizers has increased rapidly, and is expected to increase by 4 to 5-fold by 2050. Subtopic number 2, I'm going to be talking about slow-releasing and quick-releasing fertilizers. So the main difference between these fertilizers is the rate of nutrients delivered to the plant. So slow-releasing fertilizers gradually make minerals and nutrients available to the plant over time, creating a more balanced ecosystem. Rapid-release fertilizers are highly water-soluble and provide an instant dose of nutrients. The primary benefit of slow-releasing fertilizers is that it provides a steady amount of nutrients over time. You don't need to apply it very often, and you don't need to worry about the fertilizer burn. While there's a few synthetic slow-releasing fertilizers. Slow-releasing fertilizers are organic, while quick-releasing fertilizers are synthetic. Most quick-releasing fertilizers are synthetics, which mean they are man-made and don't contain carbon. They bypass microbial breakdown so that they are instantly available to plants, but dissipate quickly, requiring more frequent applications. So, scientific advancements of fertilizers are control-releasing fertilizers. So, these are specialized fertilizers which are coated in a superior membrable membrane which is designed to release nutrients into the soil over time. This provides a steady and predictable supply of essential nutrients to plants. These are used by farmers around the world to produce better crops. And although control-releasing fertilizers may have been more expensive upfront than normal conventional fertilizers, their ability to reduce the total amount of fertilizer needed and combined with higher crop yields can lead to overall cost savings. Fewer fertilizer applications are needed, which reduces labor costs and the time farmers need to spend on fertilization. Control-releasing fertilizers can contribute by reducing the frequency and amount of fertilizer application needed, which can lower the environmental footprint of agriculture. Control-releasing fertilizers are used to optimize nutrient availability for the crop like corn, wheat, and soybean, especially in large-scale farming operations. They are also used widely on turfgrass management to maintain consistent growth while reducing nutrient runoff to nearby water bodies. The primary advantage of fertilizers is their ability to significantly enhance crop yield. Fertilizers supply essential nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, as mentioned before, which are crucial for the growth of strong and healthy plants. These nutrients play a vital role in maximizing the development of leaves, flowers, and fruits, leading to higher yields per area. As a result, the use of fertilizers can reduce crop loss by ensuring that the plant receives proper nutrients they need. Fertilizers are instrumental in replenishing the soil nutrients that may become depleted over time due to continuous cultivation. By providing plants with the essential nutrients, fertilizers enable rapid growth, allowing for quicker and more efficient harvests. By using too much fertilizer in the soil can alter the fertility of the soil, increasing acid levels. Some fertilizers contain nitrogen and phosphates, which can flood into the ocean and lakes, which can become toxic for the aquatic life. And nitrogen and other chemicals that are in fertilizers can affect our drinking water. The most common condition that you can develop is baby blue syndrome, which occurs in infants. Their skin appears purple or blue because the skin tissues are low in oxygen. Thank you for listening to my presentation.